Chapter 10, Mishnah 2. This Mishnah continues discussing a woman who remarried based on the mistaken assumption that her husband was dead. We learned that the court can give a woman permission to remarry if a single witness testifies that her husband died. If two witnesses say that her husband died, she may remarry without even asking permission from the court. The Mishnah discusses whether, in these cases, if her husband later comes back, she is required to bring a chatas offering, as is usually required of a person who commits adultery unintentionally. If a woman married on the court's authority, i.e. a single witness testified that her husband died and the court then gave her permission to remarry, and her husband then came back, she must leave both men. But she is exempt from a chatas offering. Although she committed adultery unintentionally, she does not have to bring a chatas offering because a court gave her permission to marry, and a person who sins unintentionally based on a court ruling is exempt from a chatas offering. However, if she did not marry on the court's authority, rather two witnesses said that her husband had died, and she was therefore allowed to marry without consulting a court, if her husband later came back, she must leave her second husband but may return to her first husband, and she must bring a chatas offering to atone for having committed adultery unintentionally. Even though a woman who married on the court's authority, i.e. based on a single witness, is held responsible to a larger extent and is penalized in a number of ways, as we learned in the previous Mishnah, in this respect, the power of the court is better, that the court's permission exempts her from a chatas offering. However, in the following case, she is liable to bring a chatas offering even if she married with the court's permission. If the court ruled that she may marry based on a single witness that her husband died, and she went and acted immorally, that is, she married someone whom she would have been forbidden to marry even if her husband had indeed died, and her husband then returned, she must bring a chatas offering for her unintentional adultery. This is because the court gave her permission only to marry lawfully. If she married unlawfully, she cannot claim that she acted with the court's permission, and is not exempt from a chatas offering.